Agents, what's up? Patrick Wolf here. So today's video is going to be maybe slightly controversial. Now, this is a build video. It's called the Shredder Shield build. This is a build that I've been using for the last probably 3 to 4 days, testing it out in PvP. So this is mainly a PvP build. You can use it in PvE. It's actually quite good in PvE. Before we get into this video, just a little bit of a disclaimer kind of thing, guys. This build is very OP. It's very overpowered. It's quite cheesy as well. So if you don't like this build, I understand, because I've actually sent the footage of me destroying everybody I come across to the devs at Massive. I've got their email address because of the alpha test servers that I played on. I have sent this to them, so we will be getting this fixed hopefully in the patch that will be coming out very soon when tier 5 drops. So hopefully in World Tier 5 we can get these things sorted out. Anyway, guys, let's get into this build. I want you guys to know this build because I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of fun. You can counter this build. You can counter it. There's a way you can counter it. The way you counter this build is actually using the sharpshooter, and you actually can one-shot someone using the shield in the head. So that's probably the way you would do it. It's not easy, but you can do it. First and foremost, you guys need to make sure that you are the survivalist specialization. And the most important part of this build will be right here. Activate this D50, and then you need to activate the next two, which will be Gunslinger. Make sure it's tier 2 because that gives you 10% sidearm damage. So make sure you guys activate that. So let's just get straight into this build. This is a deflector shield pistol build. I don't think you guys were expecting that, were you? So first of all, let's go over the gear pieces. Now, Richter and Kaiser, whatever, GmbH, whatever that's called, you need to have a 3-piece of the RNH gear set. This is the cornerstone of the build. You have to have this. You really need this. It gives you hazard protection, pistol damage, and 15% shield skill power. This is a shield build, so that is perfect for this build. I've got crit chance and skill power. Those are the two stats we want to be stacking on this build, and pistol damage. So weapon damage or pistol damage. So this is a good piece I've got right here. We've got everything plus 10% skill power. Definitely get empowered on the mask if you can. So that is the mask. Make sure you guys use lip score 450 pieces, because if you go less than that, you're going to have quite a hard time. So next up is the chest piece. Now we're going to go for one Gila Guard, which is 5% total armor. This will just help with the way that we're going to be playing with this build. There's a certain way you got to play with this build. It's a very aggressive build as well. I've got crit damage, weapon damage. We want to try put as much damage into our pistol as we can, plus trying to keep our health and armor up. It's quite tricky to keep them both up, damage and health and armor, but there's a way to do it. Now, this is probably one of the most important talents you need, guys, so pay attention. Unbreakable. 25% of max armor is repaired when your armor is depleted. Your shield's going to be taking damage, but the thing is your shield heals through mods that we're going to be putting on it. So your armor will actually go below your shield sometimes, but this will give you 25% of your armor back. It repairs when it's being depleted, and then when you use armor kits within the next 5 seconds, they are not consumed at all. So you can continuously use armor kits. So that, I hope you guys haven't skipped this part, because without this, you're going to have a hard time using this build, using the shield. So there we go, the second RNH piece, rolled crit chance on it, reassigned. Don't worry about that. There could be a better talent. Try and get something that there is a talent that you can actually put crit chance on it. I don't know if I've got one here, or skill power. Try and remember, like I said, crit chance, crit damage, skill power, weapon damage, or even health or armor. So try and get whatever you can on that. Then we're going to go in the backpack, RNH again, weapon damage, crit chance, health, perfect. Explosive damage, it's not great. I don't want to waste my credits rerolling stuff. Don't reroll stuff, guys, because tier 5 will be coming out. Keep everything you can. Try to just find the piece. I know it's a bit frustrating, but a lot of people are actually farming exotics. I don't know why they're doing it now. They're being clever for no reason. They're actually being dumb, because you're going to have to upgrade it with all your exotic pieces. So now they're going to have to go and farm everything again to upgrade the exotic pieces, which are going to be completely outdated to World Tier 4. So make sure you guys only get the exotics, the named exotic weapons, when you're in Tier 5, please. You can upgrade them, but it's just going to cost you so much. you're going to have to get keys again. You have to go to get caches again, and you're going to have to farm again. It's a pain. So I'm just going to wait for tier 5. You guys can do what you want. If you really want them now, the Chatterbox SMG, go for it. But I'll be putting guides in that up when tier 5s are, because I don't want people doing it now, because I feel that's silly. But anyway, moving on. All right, so the glove, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. So we got skill power. I decided to go with this. As you can see, we've got 1,838 skill power, so this helps the shield, gives it a bit more health. Crit chance, SMG damage. I'd rather have pistol damage. Like I said, I'm not going to reroll it. Crit chance, perfect. I love surgical on the gloves. It's a good talent to have. Try get surgical, guys. It really buffs your crit chance. This is the final piece. So now we got skill power 807, but we got critical hit damage on the Wyvern wear. Very, very good set, especially if you like using the drone. This is also going to be another build video I'm going to be making soon, so stick around for that one. So gives us 7% crit damage. Those are all the pieces put together. Now, you're probably wondering why I've got this. This is one of the most important parts of this build as well, so pay attention. The Ruthless. Now, it's going to be tricky to get this gun, guys. I don't know if you guys pre-ordered the game or anything like that, but if you did, you get this gun. I think you can actually find it in the world. I'm not sure yet. We haven't got information about that yet, but this Brutality holstered talent is what makes this build so ridiculously potent. So while holstered, landing a shot has a 5% chance to deal plus 20% damage. So you can see it. You'll be shooting someone with the pistol and they'll just all of a sudden blow up and they're dead. That's what makes this so ridiculously powerful, is the combination of Ruthless with your pistol. So make sure you have Ruthless holstered. You don't actually have to have it. Pistols are really strong in this game without it, so don't worry if you don't have it. But this makes the build really explosive. Excuse my joke there, but it really does. I just got a sniper. That's my secondary, because you snipe someone from range, because this is a very close range orientated build. So Ranger, perfect for sniping. Make sure you got Ranger. Every 5 meters you're off from the target grants 2% weapon damage. It's incredible. Very, very good. Okay, so we got 4 electronic, 4 shield, and 9 damage. So this is obviously a damage build. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop your shield out. You're going to run at somebody and you're going to just spam the hell out of your pistol, which is this baby right here, M45A1. It's a brilliant pistol, really strong, 37k damage. Try to get at least 35k damage, otherwise you're going to have a hard time killing people. Breadbasket is probably the talent that I would choose if you guys could choose. Landing a body shot adds a stack of bonus plus 5% headshot damage. So when you're spraying someone in the body and you're moving up their body to their head, you get a huge chunk of damage. So with combination of the Brutality talent from the Ruthless gun, this one right here, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of extra damage. So the next part is obviously the most important part of the build. So why did I go for the deflector shield? Well, there's a few reasons for that. If you go here with the ballistic shield, yes, it has more regeneration, holstered regeneration, but the reason why we're going to be using this is because this actually deflects the bullets back at the people. This is one of the reasons why this skill is so overpowered, guys. Um, they can actually, your enemies can kill themselves by shooting your shield. So not only can you be not taking damage, but your shield can be actually firing back at them while you're shooting back at them. This is a very strong build at the moment in the DZ. I'm sure you guys have come across it in the PvP game modes as well. So make sure you have the holster, the deflector shield. It's very, very important. It's got about 303,000 HP. Now your shield can get melted reasonably fast. So you've got to make sure that you're using your chem launcher, which is the second piece that the second skill you're going to be using on this build. Make sure you're dropping that all the time, because it actually heals your shield. That might even be a bug at the moment, but it repairs your shield. So make sure you pop those, drop them on the floor with your deflector shield out, and you can do a hell of a lot of damage. So these are my actual stats. Crit chance is more important on this build. On the one-shot shotgun build I did, crit damage was the key, because why? Your pellets, there are so many pellets, so they're registering a lot of damage. So it's better to have crit damage on the shotguns, because there's more chance to crit. If you guys know what I mean, there's more pellets, so it's rather have crit damage, because you'll be critting a lot more often with all the pellet damage that you get. So it's better to have crit damage. But this one is different. Obviously, we want crit chance. I wouldn't worry too much about these skills. Make sure you've got that chest piece skill. So let's just summarize this before we get into the details. Make sure you've got this talent on your gear, Unbreakable. Make sure you got a pistol. Try and roll a breadbasket on it. Make sure you have Ruthless holstered. Very important. Otherwise, this build will not work for you. And these are the details of the build. So weapon damage 337, 40% crit chance, which is really good. I guess you could add a pulse if you wanted to. But like I said, keep those two skills. Keep the chem launcher as your secondary. You'd be popping your heals all the time. You need that. Headshot damage 60% plus the breadbasket stacking will make it a lot more than that. So as you can see, we've got 34% pistol damage. That's due to your survivalist specialization buff. So very important. You need at least 34%, guys. Make sure you get that. And then we've also got all weapon damage, so that's additional 12%. 155k armor, max health 40k. That's because I've rolled quite a bit of mods. I'll show you the mods just now. It's very important. Hazard protection helps you with grenades, especially if you're going to be using this in PvE. You can use it in PvE. It does a lot of damage to NPCs, and you can actually tank quite a decent amount of. You can't run up to them and face tank the golden guys, but you can do everyone else, the purple ones. It's actually really good for solo build. It's actually a really good solo PvE build. Skills, we've got skill power 1800, and we've also got 2000 shield skill power. Now, when we go into, you just move over here. I don't know why it's doing that. So if we go over here to the actual shield, you need to mod this. I kept all my mods. I hope you guys did as well. So we get 5% holstered regeneration. That's important for this shield build as well. Go over here. I've got active regeneration. While it's out, it'll actually be regenerating its health, the shield's health. So that's really important for this build as well. So while someone's shooting you, if you buff, the more you buff the active regeneration, the better. So your shield will constantly take damage. So I'm hoping to see if I can stack these mods. I wonder just how good it could be. Maybe you could constantly take damage from people without your shield actually taking damage. So I'm interested to see how much we can stack that. Then over here I got holstered regeneration, which is also pretty good. It's not ideal. Active regeneration is really what we want. Chem launcher, we don't need that much skill power, but I've actually got a 101% radius mod, but that's not really needed. So yeah, this build is very potent. It's probably overpowered at the moment, but there are counters for it. But I hope you guys enjoy this little build video. It's a very good build, but you have to be very specific in the way you do it. You can't just pop a shield on and go and think you can go pistol people. But guys, you won't believe how strong this build is. Give it a try. Leave some comments and tell me if you guys like it, hate it. I personally don't like it because it's very strong, but it's really fun to use. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's just quickly go down to the firing range. I want to show you guys something as well, just in case you're a bit skeptical of what I've been talking about. So let's just go over here to the DPS section. This one here. Let's set the difficulty to named. I think that's the top one that you can do after elite. Yeah. All right. So let's have a look here and see. This is just the pistol. Just watch how much damage this does. And he's dead. That's a named enemy, guys. 337,000. And he's dead. Almost 400k DPS. You can go up to 400k DPS with the breadbasket if you can land your headshots. So, as you can see, you can shred NPCs, players, whatever you like. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this build video. It's a really fun build. Hope to see nobody using it, if you know what I mean. But it's a really fun build. I have to share it with you guys. That's my thing. I want to give you guys as much information as I can, help you guys out if you're struggling, give you new build ideas. So leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.